What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Tuesday. I look up and who do I see? Only the most amazing family on planet Earth, EARF, hanging out with me. Shouts out to Ruru is in the house. We got Jose, my man Pots and Pans Jose, showing up in a major way. We got Mike Mans in the house. Good to see you, Mike. Guys, we got a hell of a show. I know it's last minute. It's not our normal 12 p.m. We definitely have a lot of people that typically look forward to our 12 p.m. We go live Monday through Friday. If you guys don't know, if you're watching this on a rerun, it is Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But today, we're going a little bit late because of some things that I had to take care of. So anyways, let's get this party started. Market cap, $3.01 trillion. What's going on? We're going to talk about that and much more. What is this market? I've never seen this before on top of Bitcoin. What is that? Huh. Market cap, coin market cap index. Never saw that before. Huh. Typically, there's always Bitcoin at the top, but some reason they got the CMEC 20. Never seen that before. Coin market cap shilling their own coin at the very top. That's funny as hell. Okay, let's keep it going, guys. Bitcoin right now, 87,428. We got Ethereum flirting with the $3,000 mark at 29.63. XRP at 220, guys. We got as high as like what, 228, 227 after that grayscale and was it what the two ETFs that launched yesterday? But we got up to like 227, 228, back down around that 220. Why? Well, guess what? The almighty dropped. Got up to like what, 88, high 88, 89, 89 and some change. Dropped down. You know how it is. Bitcoin dips the market. BNB right now 864. We got Solana at 139 and some change. TRX right now at 27 cents. Shouts out to Lions Den Daniel in the house. Best show on planet Earth, EARF. Appreciate you, my brother. Shouts out to Lions Den Daniel up in here. We got Two Bless up in here. Good to see you, Two Bless. DCA Crypto Dave in the house. Good to see you, my brothers. Appreciate y'all in a major way. We got Dogecoin right now, 15 cents. ADA coming in at 42 cents. Still in the top 10. If you take out the two, stable coins, you still got Hype in the top 10 and Bitcoin Cash. Hype coming in at 33.76 and Bitcoin Cash at 527 and some change. We got ZEC at 508, still above that $500 mark. Oh, guess what? XLM back to $4 that'll make somebody want to holler, especially when that price booms. LTC right now at 85.60, guys. Currently number 19 on CoinMarketCap. H bar is at 14 cents. AVAX coming in at 14.23. Sui doing a thing at 158. We got Shiba at 5 zeros and 8. That's cinco zeros and ocho for those of you guys don't know Spanish. I know a little bit. Poquito. Let me stop. I'm drinking hard coffee today. That hot coffee. The hot coffee, not the cold coffee. Crow, if you didn't know, at 11 cents. We got Uniswap at 626. Toncoin doing the thing at 156. Polkadot 230. That's crazy to see that coin that low. Aster still above $1 at 117. ICP 436. We're going to try to get through this quicker, guys. Rest of the market, not a whole lot's going on. Matic right now, 13 cents. Also, guys, remember, nothing we talk about on the show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My name is James, a.k.a. 68J. Been in crypto since 2017, documenting my journey and evolution of money. Can't believe it's been 8 doggone years. And 3 years ago, November 10th or 11th, something like that, we started this channel, Crypto for Life, the greatest family on planet Earth. You're damn straight. Appreciate you, my brother, for saying that. We got Trump coin still down about $66, guys, from its all-time high. Filecoin doing the thing at 165. VChain at 1 cent. QNT 89 and some change. Flare, don't you dare sweep on Flare, just over a penny. We got XTC right now at 5 cents. What else we got? We're gonna run through this quicker. Everything else is kind of stale, dry. Optimism, huh? You got any optimism right now? You should, huh? We got a president that supports crypto. We got a bullish country. Finally, we got a fair SEC, not a corrupted SEC. Crypto couldn't be more bullish, guys. More things being put in place, and XRP ETFs are dropping like it's hot. You damn straight. So optimism definitely high in the crypto community, or at least in the XRP community. Some people are like, what's going on? We know. 32 cents, guys, right now for optimism. We got ING right now at 5.98. Stack it up, just like the song we play here each and every day by Crypto Tales. But this has no affiliation. It's just called Stacks. The coin is at 32 cents. GRT right now at 5 cents. We got XTZ at 51 cents. TIA at 63 cents. IOTA doing the thing at 11 cents. Coming in at number 100. Back in the top 100 is Floki. It was like 5 zeros and a 4, something like that. All right, let's keep it going, guys. We got a show. We're going to keep this thing under an hour. That's what we're going to do today. Ain't that right, Jose? You damn straight. And I know a lot of people didn't expect us to go live. Typically, if we miss 12, we just go to the next day. But I said, you know what, man? Let me get this thing done. Let's go ahead and talk to me familiar, and we'll go from there. Running late today, that's for sure. But we got some things to go over, and we're gonna breeze through this. Okay, here we go. It's really you versus you. That's a fact. That's one of the things I learned in life, in business, in anything you do. It's you versus you. That's why it's so important, especially in crypto, to have the 5 steps of success that we just talk about. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's my 2 cents, 2 Satoshis, 2 drops, whatever you want to say, things that I've learned and how I've implemented my strategy in crypto, which is have a strategic plan. We talked about it being number 1, doing your own research, number 2, or it could be, control your emotions. Either one of those could be 2 or 3. Take profit and focus on your why. And those are extremely important. You versus you, facts. Think about this. The day you can't buy XRP on exchanges no more. Wow. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine the day you look up and you go over to like Coinbase or Crypto.com or one of these American-based companies, Binance USA, and you go to get, link to whatever, and you go get that, you go set up to go get that XRP, and it's like, sorry, not here, or, unavailable. And I'm telling you, like, for anybody who's been into crypto for as long as I have, for 8 years, or even, back when all the stuff was going on strong with the SEC, a lot of exchanges delisted XRP. So you go to their exchanges and you go look for XRP, like Coinbase, one of the first ones that dropped XRP. No loyalty, let me stop. But truth, facts are facts. And they delisted XRP. So you went there and it was like unavailable. What do you do when you get, like, I know what it feels to see that. I know what it feels to see that. And you like, oh my God, I want to buy more. Where do I go get it? So shouts out to Uphold, who never turned their back on XRP. And there were some other ones that you would have had to, find some way to access, like BitTrue and others. But at the end of the day, that's an eerie feeling, right? I can't even imagine if they would have cut all access, if Uphold would have turned their backs, and there would have been no access to XRP here in the United States during that time. But thank God it was. But just think about that, guys. Think about the time that we get to a point where you and I can no longer go out there and buy XRP. So I want to pull this up right here. I saw that it says the XRP domino is about to fall. 3 digits loading. This is a guy named, it looks like Cashinate and Jake Claver. They shared their thoughts on this. Looks like they tagged team on here, or maybe it was this guy's interview. But let's check out what Jake had to say on this.
Which is this ETF question I'm getting a lot. I'm sure you're getting it a lot as well. Mm-hmm. I thought it'd be good for the listeners just to understand your perspective on just how the purchasing or retail investors and institutional investors, when they engage in these ETF products, how it works and then how it will eventually affect price. I think that would give a lot of clarity to the viewers and listeners with your...
Shouts out to Bless. Driving peace and love to the chat. Peace and love to you, my brother.
Perspective on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we only have a few ETFs live. We've got Canary. I think Bitwise is live today. We've got a few others that have launched. And right now they're still able to buy OTC and out of the dark pools. And so with that, you're not going to see the big move on the exchanges or the price because they haven't depleted the supply in those other avenues, which actually doesn't affect markets.
Yet. So keywords. So those of you guys like, why isn't the price moving? All this bullishness, because they're buying OTC. Jake is laying it out for you. They're buying OTC, therefore you won't see it affect the markets, as far as what we see. However, what happens when that runs out? That's the question. And if you look at, there's, Jake has put some things out. So has Zach Rector, so has Lewis Jackson, so has Mick and others, where I've seen them talk about these ETFs. Chad Steingrab has been putting out some really good content on X in regards to how much is being put out there, how much volume versus what they're actually holding for these ETFs, and then what happens when that supply gets sucked up off of exchanges. Off of OTC. So let's listen in more.
But as soon as those avenues run out, because there's so much volume from the additional ETFs and some of the other catalysts that are looking like they're playing out in real time.
Shouts out to you, DCA Crypto Dave. Make sure you guys smash the likes, hit the subscribe notification bell. I want to make sure you guys get all this, but I want to make sure I acknowledge my legendary brother, Silver Days. Good to see you, brother.
I think Bitwise is live today. We've got a few others that have launched. And right now they're still able to buy OTC and out of the dark pools.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, you're not going to see the big move on the exchanges or the price
Not yet.
because they haven't depleted the supply in those other avenues, which actually doesn't affect markets.
Yet.
But as soon as those avenues run out, because there's so much volume from the additional ETFs and some of the other catalysts that are looking like they're playing out in real time, that's when we're going to see the order book that's very thin gap up. You actually got a prelude to this on Kraken the day that they announced and filed their S1.
Now listen to this. Listen to this. Shouts out to Kenya.
If you want to go check, there was a few people that caught it, but at $91 XRP registered on their order.
Can you imagine, guys, a $91 XRP? Listen to what he says.
Order book. And so I'm pretty confident that that's the type of situation that's going to play out here in the near future.
Man.
When we run out of supply over there on the OTC desk and the dark pools, and people have to move their volume to the exchanges in order to be able to aggregate the XRP to be able to back the shares in the proportion that they have in their filings.
Yeah, it makes sense. What's your read on, just to follow up to that, how much XRP is actually on the exchanges to purchase? Now, it's slightly separate to, I mean, it'll report that, Bybit has 6 billion. And if you tally them all up, it's kind of like, I don't know, between 12 to 15 billion on exchanges, but that's not actually accessible. So, yeah, where do you see it landing?
I think we're less than $1.5 billion or 2 billion at this point between OTC desk and what's available on exchanges for actual trade. So you can go look at the wallets on chain and see the exchanges and how much they're holding. I think to your point, Bybit may be the largest holder, and then we've got Uphold, which has a little over 5 billion. But that's primarily retail that's holding it on their platform, and it's not available for trade. I mean, I guess it could be, they could sell, right, if they anticipated or they saw the price move to a level that they wanted to. But when we had the volatility in the market on 1010, nobody sold because they couldn't get access to the market to be able to sell or buy when things drop below $2. And that's where we're at today, back down to $2. There is some sell pressure coming in to be able to drive the price down. I think the institutions want to pick it up cheap, right? And the cheaper they can pick it up for the ETF, the better off it is for them. So while it is trading OTC and through the dark pools, which isn't affecting price, there are people selling in anticipation of things falling here in the market. And it's also following Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down substantially from its high.
When it dips, we dip just like that. And that's a fact. So that's what you guys got to make sure you realize is that, well, obviously this was pre-recorded, right? Because he said it's right around $2, which it was, this must have been like a couple days ago, right? Yeah, it had to be a couple days ago because we were rocking around 227, 228 yesterday. And now, is that correct? And now we're about 220 right now. So yeah, this has to be like a couple days, like at least a day old. Let's keep it going though.
Just about a month ago. And there's some significant sell pressure on there from whales. We've got some other news potentially correlated with Bitcoin from the Epstein deal. We'll see if that actually sticks or not, if there's anything to it. It's
let's hope not.
Speculation at this.
Shouts out to my man TR is in the house. Jose, good to see you, my brother.
This point, but with Congress passing on Bill 589, House Bill 589,
that's funny.
that they are going to release the Epstein documents, and now they have subpoenaed.
What the hell is? There's a bill 589. What kind of crap is that? What kind of coincidence is that? A bill called 589? Come on now, stop it. Huh? How many people am I following? How many people Brad following? 589? That's crazy as hell. That's like Ripple's, price for right here, 589. That's funny as hell, right? So we got a bill called 589. Didn't know that. That's funny.
JP Morgan for the financials for that individual.
So anyways, guys, that's what I want you guys to hear. Just basically what he's talking about in regards to what happens when the supply runs out. What happens when they start coming to exchanges for XRP? My gosh, it's going to be crazy. All right, let's move on. People treat you exactly how they feel about you. Stop making excuses for them. Guys, this is a bar. This is a bar. There's so many people in my life, and me and my wife talk about this all the time. all the time, and I don't want to, beat a dead horse, but this is something that, I feel like as your big brother, and I would probably think that I'm probably older than most, younger than some, in the sense that, just be prepared, man. Haters are real, and the way that people treat you is exactly how they feel about you. And I see it, and it takes me back to the old Biggie Smalls. The more money, the more problems, the more hate. It's just a fact. It is what it is. Okay, expectation versus reality. Shouts out to me and Sly have talked about this too. My buddy for 30 years. We've talked about this too. Shouts out to Sly Fox, one of the greatest in the game. Expectation versus reality. Guys, look, I know how people think it is. You just work really hard, and then you become successful. That's the old way, guys, of doing things, When I think back about how I was programmed and how things used to be, and I know TR is in here and Sly Fox, guys, we are hustlers in the sense that we put in a lot of work. I know things that TR has done to prepare for shows, to do, have some of the biggest events in the world. I know things that Sly has done to call up entertainers, celebrities, some of the biggest names out there that this guy used to have on stage, and he used to throw events in California. The way of doing things back in the day is just it's old, and I always give that analogy where, the old farmer from back in the day used to have 1,000 cows and go out there and just work his butt off, and hands are tore up. And I know some guys like that where they just, the hands would be slashed up. Maybe they slid up a thumb or missing a finger. I mean, the old way of trading, of slaving away to make $1 is just old. Right, that farmer busted his ass with 1,000 cows to try to be worth $5 million, and you got 20-something-year-old kids today that just put themselves in the right position with this technology, this life-altering, world-changing technology. And I know guys in this space that are billionaires, hundreds of millions of dollars. I personally know in this space guys who made tens of millions. Some of my good friends that have made millions, in what we've done. So I'm just telling you guys, it's crazy. Guys who've been in business for 30 years don't even have that kind of money. 50 years don't even have that kind of money. So I'm just saying, it's a different time, guys. It's a different time. So the point I'm trying to make is the reality of, how things work, guys, even in traditional business or anything that you do, hard work, problem, setback, failure, challenge, obstacle, success is all just, here's what I'll tell you guys. One thing I've learned about being in business is just enjoy the journey, because it comes and goes. I won't say it come and go quick, but when you really love it, like when I look back at 8 years, I'm like, what? 8 years I've been in crypto? 8 years? I've been with my wife for 17 years. So that's crazy. 8 years? It went like that. Why? Because I love it. And that's how I've been with anything. And I know that's the same thing with a lot of you guys. Shouts out to Ricardo's in the house. Big Bro 10, what's up, sis? Jeffrey Dahmer's in the house. When you love what you do and do, it's kind of like if I asked TR when he was throwing events. I bet he doesn't consider that work. I mean, maybe he does, but if you like, or asking Sly about when he was in a rap game or he was doing events for artists or whatever the case may be, when you love what you do, man, it doesn't even seem like work. Like I love, and I know this might sound a little weird, but I love researching. I love the space because I came from a time where I had traditional businesses. I had car lots. John, TR or Slide, these guys are here know. I had car lots. I had cell phone stores. I owned clothing stores in California. I owned semi-pro basketball teams, ABA teams in California. A lot of work. A lot of work. I own dance studios. I own record labels. Like, I've done so much in my years. Again, I'm not the average Joe, 54 years old, but I've done a lot. And when I got in crypto around 46 years old, guys, I was mind blown. I remember, like I said, you guys know my story. I was flown out to Spain and I looked and this guy was telling me, and I was like, what? What's going on? What is this Bitcoin? I mean, it blew my mind. And I'm going to be honest with you. The first thing I thought to myself during that time is I said, when did this start? And when I heard the year that it started, like it was like 07, 08. And I remember, me and John have shared this when we were at a conference and we saw a Bitcoin, like small little conference, not very many people were there, and they had cards out. But no one told me about it. It's like we used to always like pick up cards and meet people and networking. You remember how networking was? You would go just like when you go to XRP Las Vegas, a Bitcoin event. You network. Hey, how you doing? I'm James. 6'8". Hi, 6'8". I'm John Deaton. Or hi 6'8". I'm Eleanor Terra. Hey 6'8". I'm Zach Rector. And that's how you network and you meet. Obviously, you could do those things online as well. And I've interviewed a lot of these people, but And that's when I heard about it for the first time. But do you know when I sat there, we were at this hotel, and I was sitting in front of a guy who they had told me prior to even flying to Spain that the guy was worth $100 million. He had a very similar story to that guy, Crypto. If you guys ever seen Crypto, he actually, I believe he, and I don't really like highlighting people like this because they're kind of like Bitcoin maxis, but he's one of those guys like Da Vinci J. They got in early, they kind of hate on XRP and stuff like that. It's Crypto, right? I don't care. I'm not a hater. I'll still show you who he is. This dude right here. Cool cat. He even has a story where he shows where it's like one of these videos in here where right here. It's like his home or his mansion and all the cars and stuff he has, and some of these guys, like I said, they're max. I got nothing personally against them other than they just be hating a lot of times on XRP and other assets. And there's a reason for that. Trust me. It's a reason why they all do it, because they want you to pump their backs because they got in there. And that's, guys, like, I don't give a damn if it's crypto or just traditional business. Typically there's two types of people in business that I've met. I'm going to say three types. Those who are very private, those who are extremely helpful, and those who don't want anyone else to learn what they're doing. They're selfish. So private, I get private. There's nothing wrong with being private. Helpful, I've ran across people like that on both sides. And then people who just, whatever they're doing, they're just bona fide haters, man. I mean, they don't want to tell you anything or anything. And I've never been that guy. I remember my wife saying one of my biggest issues is that I would share too much. I mean, anybody could come to me and say, Jay, how did you do it? And I would show you. I would open up and show, hey, this is what you need. This is how I did it. I mean, I was just one of those guys. And but I would often find that it was never paid for it. And I've helped a lot of people. And then when it comes time to pay it forward, oh, man, I could tell you some stories, right? But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is that I remember sitting in that room and this guy talking, this guy who was much like Crypto, he was a taxi cab driver. And I had a hard time believing that. I'm like, he's like, this guy used to be a taxi cab driver. And the guy who was telling me about it, and he was like, now he's worth $100 million. And then I met and I saw Crypto, and his story's the same. He used to be a taxi cab driver. Now this guy's got mansions and Ferraris and buying houses and mansions all over the place, Dubai and everything. But he tells you, I did it with Bitcoin. I just got in early. And I know a lot of you guys go, oh, that's crazy. Dude, you know how many people got into Bitcoin sub $100? A lot of people. Not like I should refer enough people. I won't say a lot like there is today, but quite a few people saw it. And I remember sitting in that room in Spain looking at this, and the only thing that came to my mind, I remember the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it, when it hit me what I was looking at with Bitcoin, because it wasn't XRP that I saw first. I remember sitting there going, this is in 17, going, damn, all the time I've wasted. And when I heard what it was and I learned the price, they were kind of breaking everything, I was like, damn, I had sold stores. I had sold some of my stores, my cell phone stores, for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was like, what? All you needed was how much? What? I mean, I couldn't, I was just tripping. I was literally tripping when I heard it. I was like, good God. It was crazy. So the word I was thinking at that time, I had instant regret. And that's, when I tell people about, I didn't have instant regret because I heard about it and I didn't partake. I had instant regret because I knew at that time, had I known about it. That's how everybody feels. Had I known, I had plenty of money to buy into Bitcoin and have a substantial amount, but it wasn't my time. And all things happen the way they're supposed to happen. I do believe in that. And to some extent, I'm grateful I'm in now, because I'm not one of those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, because I realized it wasn't God's plan, right? That's just the way I walk. And so, but I remember in that moment feeling like, damn, what am I looking at? And I was just shocked. And I had a doctor friend of mine next to me, and I had some business guys that flew into Spain with me, all from this guy who flew us in first class, red carpet, the whole nine. And they were like grabbing my shoulder, shaking me like, oh my, I got my Bitcoin shirt on, by the way, HODL Bitcoin. And I remember the doctor just looking at me like, James, and I like, Doc. I didn't even say nothing. I was just like it's crazy. Like, it was probably like four or five of us, and we were all, some of those guys kind of knew about it, but me and Doc were just in awe. We were in freaking awe. I remember that like it was yesterday. It's crazy. Anyway, shouts out to Art Caffeine. Shouts out to Edward Franlowski is in the house. All right, guys, let's move on. That's just a blast from the past. So anyways, Expectation versus reality. All right, let's keep it going. Be grateful for every single thing you have. I'm grateful for when I did hear about it 8 years ago. I'm grateful, guys. I'm grateful. It's 2017 when that guy was telling me about it. I was like, oh my God. And then I just remember a sense of anxiety. I couldn't get back fast enough. I couldn't buy fast, and that's why I got wrecked. I got who's sexy. That's funny as hell. But no, I mean, I remember, just couldn't get, just coming back and buying, and then just lost it all because if anybody ever want to see FOMO, if you Google FOMO, 2017 FOMO, it'd probably be a picture of my ass on the internet like this. Because I lost everything. I lost everything. Not everything as far as everything, but I lost my first initial investment, gone. What was my first initial investment in Bitcoin? I think it was like 25,000 or something like that. Oh God, gone. And that's when I started saying, wait a minute. And I got pissed off and like, oh hell no, I ain't doing it. And then I took a step back and had to just be mad because they were like, buy the dip. And that's why you got to be careful, guys, because I bought that damn dip all the way down, all the way. And then I got frustrated and just got out. Screw it. And then shortly after, boom. So you. Yeah, so, but I'm grateful that I was able to re-enter and it's one of those things that I just looked up and I said, you know what, man, and I start researching and hearing all these stories we all missed, yeah, from Amazon, Google, yeah, but I'm just saying when I had that moment when I was like, dude, and then I started doing some research and I started going on and I looked at it from a trading perspective in the beginning. And then I remember going to thinking to myself, you know what, man, because I was seeing some of these success stories. One particular guy, his name was Ian, maybe Ian, something like that. And he was from a company, I think he had his own business called like Coin Metrics. He's still around to this day. And he was talking about how he made $5 million in crypto. And I'm looking at this brother like, you made how much? $5 million. And I even reached out to him. And that's when I knew. I said, you know what, dude. And then I was connecting to people like Chico Crypto. Like I was one of those dudes, man. If I could touch you, I'll touch you. I mean, not no Diddy. Kenya's in the house. Has anyone found a way to buy? Anyways, Paul Smith. Yeah, shouts out to Paul. So anyways, that's my story, man. It was crazy. I'm gonna move on. Be grateful for every single thing. Just think of a time where retail can no longer acquire XRP on exchanges. That's what we're just listening to with Jake Claver. Crazy. End of day close, nearly 55 million in volume for a holiday week. Tell your family and friends over turkey. XRP gonna get eaten up, and I do believe this is the case, guys. You can see right here. These are the numbers from Bitwise, Franklin Templeton, Canary Capital, Rex, Osprey, Grayscale. And that's what the sentiment is right now, guys. As and these aren't even the biggest. They're big, but some of the biggest players, the BlackRocks, others that are out there, man, when they come into the space, my God, what's going to happen? So some big players out there still, guys. So as this starts getting gobbled up, man, I'm telling you, you're going to be looking up going, oh my goodness. Chad running with potential XRP numbers. Let's check this out. I felt this was very interesting. These are all small numbers quoted below based on what we've all seen happen in real time. They're not made up. What happens when we are full throttle? That's a good question, because it's not just 2 funds. It's going to be 7, then 12, then maybe 20. My God, what? Hall's Balls in the house. Nest Force, those my brothers. Good to see you, my mans. God, really? That's crazy, guys. It's going to be 7, then 12, then maybe 20. What does a max speed set of numbers look like? Well, let's check it out. We still have juggernauts coming, BlackRocks, VanEck, and more. And they're coming for the majority share. And guys, I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of these cats probably already backdoor buying. I mean, I could be wrong, but assume the price of XRP stays at 220. Only 220. That's crazy. Take only 15 fund average. Assume all others are smaller and irrelevant. Each an average doing 10 million per day, which, yes, considers inflows and outflows, which means the average. Okay, one fund, 10 million XRP per day. 15 funds, 150 million XRP per day. 1 week, 5D, 750 million XRP per week. He put 5 days. 1 month, 3 billion XRP per month. 1 year, 36 billion XRP per year. 2 years, 72 billion XRP in 2 years. Wait. thousand, million, billion. Is that trillion? Hold on. Damn it, I have my numbers wrong. Yeah, that's right. 750 million, right? 3 billion, 36 billion, 72 billion. Am I looking at that right? I think I am. No. Yeah, I am. Okay, that's right. Okay. There is no other answer to what happens. The price of XRP must be massively high to slow the accumulation into asset managers. And they're not going to wait until it's all gone before that happens. I do agree with this. And this is something that you've heard Zach talk about, Zach Rector, you've heard Jay Claver, you've heard Mickle, you've heard many others in this space talk about it. You've heard, Saul Gaberti and all these guys mentioning all the things that are coming to this space, guys. Just big. You could just tell, guys, this is huge. And if you've really been a big student of this game, if you've really gone out there and done your research, due diligence, and you see that, I don't know what's more exciting, and I'm not going to say more exciting, but all the things that XRP has in place, because you got things that certain assets might have in place, whatever, but then to have a company like Ripple that is back in where Brad Garlinghouse said, XRP is at the center of everything we're doing, and they are doing. They're not kind of doing, they are doing. Biggest acquisitions, biggest partnerships. I mean, guys, they're going after banking licenses and I mean, these conversations, these connections it's overwhelming to an extent to think that all you have to do is just position yourself. They're doing all the hard work. They're doing all the heavy lifting. But when it's all said and done, my God. I mean, and again, guys, it just kind of goes back to, did you get in early on Bitcoin? No, you didn't. Right? And look at the things. I mean, what pushed Bitcoin to the heights that it's at now? What took it from 4 cents to $126,000 high, which now we're sitting around 80-something thousand? The fact that people believe in it. And what really started the massive pump? Slowly but surely. What did we talk about? For those of you guys who've been around maybe as long as I have or close to it, all we kept talking about is one day we're going to get, what do we say? Mainstream adoption. Mainstream, we didn't even have it yet. Mainstream, when the Michael Saylors and the Kathy Woods and the big corporations would come in and certain countries and you're right, that's what was going to get Bitcoin there. And then we saw mainstream adoption happen, like, whoa! And then in ETF, and then we said, oh, but the next thing is going to be the next, because a lot of us I came in right at the hype cycle. That was the hype cycle in 17. Then we had the speculation cycle, the speculative cycle, which is 2021. And I remember for the last 4 years, all we kept talking about, oh yeah, Gensler's doing this and the SEC is trying to do this. But when we have institutional adoption, we finally got to mainstream adoption. And man, it felt good looking at some of these assets take off. But man, the one thing that we talked about was utility adoption. And here we are. We are here right now. Right now. And it's gonna move different. And what do you mean 6-8? If you look at XRP ETFs right now, they have outperformed everything in 2025. They would probably outperform Bitcoin everything, which they have this year. There's more money going out of Bitcoin. You ever see that little fish bowl that people put on X where it looks like the fish is jumping out of the Bitcoin bowl into the XRP bowl or the Ripple bowl? It's happening right now. Document it. Bitcoin and Ethereum are having so many outflows where all the inflows are going into the XRP ETFs. The greatest performing ETF in 2025. Because it's different in it was created to be better in every way. It solves problems that Bitcoin can't even think about solving. It wasn't built for that, which is why 3 of the developers, Arthur Brittle, Jed McCaleb, and Joel Katz or David Schwartz, left to start this asset, right? Look, okay, who we are here. Oh, damn. Okay, so we got people in here talking about, hey, it's okay. Shouts out to extra _PLSX. Everybody's got a token they're trying to show. Ricardo's in the house. Who we got? Let's see who else we got in here. And we welcome everybody. We welcome everybody. All we ask you to do, if you shill, keep it real. Keep it real if you shill. Let me stop. All right, let's move on. So, anyways. Okay, here we go, guys. Ready, set, go. It's happening. And right now, guys, look, I'm not here to debate. There's a lot of assets that are going to do well. There's some key assets that are going to benefit from this utility run. I do believe, and it's not just me. Who am I? Just some guy who got in early, and I'm gonna stop because anytime I say something I've done in crypto, people tend to hate. So just a guy who was very fortunate in crypto, got in at a good time. But there's a lot of people, guys. There's a lot of people that are saying this, and that is a big majority of crypto. Big. You know, you've heard people say 95%, 90%, 98%. When you look at crypto, there's for people who don't know, there's tens of thousands. It's not like 1,000. I think there's like tens of thousands of crypto. You know, and obviously you're talking about like when you look at memes and all these different, you know, you might see a top 100, but there's tens of thousands of crypto. And 95, I'm gonna say somewhere between 90 to 98. No, 90 is too low. 95 to 98% won't make it. It's just a fact. It's a fact, and I wish I was the only one saying it, but I'm not. Okay, the saddest thing about, and it's the CEOs and this big people and this Brad Garlinghouse and all, it's all these major people, the Trump family. I mean, CEOs of some of these massive companies that are now carrying ETFs. They're saying it. 95% or more of cryptos are not going to make it. They're not going to make it. And there's going to be people who are going to go down with the damn Titanic, and it's not like I haven't seen it before. I can name several. They were in the top 100, top 50, top 20 that are gone. Hell, there were coins, and I said there were coins that I looked in my wallet the last couple runs, and they were tens of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands. I've even seen coins, one particular coin that got up to 800 and something thousand in my portfolio, and it's down. Good Lord, it's almost funny. It's too sad to even talk about it. Okay, let's see. The sad thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. This is a fact. Me and my wife talk about this too. The sad, because there's some people out there, I'm telling you, the haters are real. The sad thing about betrayal is it never comes from your enemies. That's a fact. Okay, Bitcoin. Okay, what is this? Games, all that anyone cares about. A lot of people are late to XRP, not compared to. Yeah, it's not late, brother. It's not late. It's not late. I'm not going to get into a debate with you, but it's not. $2 is late. $2 Bitcoin late. $2 Ethereum late. When you understand what it's going to be, utilized for, it's not late. It's not late. And I mean, I get you're talking about your coin and its pennies and all that, and that's cool. But it's not late. And all that I can say with that is success leaves clues. Don't feel bad, Jay. You were blessed to get in early. But even, dude, if I said it and I said it before, you give me 10,000, I'll pick 5 coins right now and I'll be a multimillionaire by 2030 all over again. I'll be exactly where I'm at now. Give me 10 grand and give me till 2030. So yes, I was blessed to get in early. It's not late, brother. $2 XRP is late. That's a warped mindset if that's what you're thinking. I don't mean to put you on blast, but you're making these really ignorant comments. It's not late. If you believe that XRP can get into the hundreds of dollars, again, it's kind of like where I'm at in life and where I'm at with these people that I know. And again, we've had some of the biggest names on this show. For those of you guys don't know, go back and again, you got to watch who you're listening to. You got to watch who you're listening to. And it's no disrespect, but success leaves clues. I haven't been lucky in my life, and all the things I've done, I have not been lucky. Me and my wife aren't luckily crypto millionaires now. It's all strategic. It's all having plans. It's all being with the right people, and it's not just because we got in early. Because I know people who got in early who I know people who got in early who are broke right now because they continuously make bad decisions of leveraging and shorting and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, guys, look, yeah, success leaves clues. That's all I got to say about that. So I tend to have these conversations with the people who are in those big rooms. But $2 XRP late, not even close. I don't think a $20 XRP is late for where it's going to happen. It's just all on perspective. And if you're looking for microwavable results, if you're looking for, yeah, we're gonna leave it alone. Let's move on. Got a great show. Okay. It's all right, man. I mean, I don't know who this person is, extra whatever, but I don't know. I don't get in debates unless I can see credentials or. Okay, here we go. Bitcoin faces January 2026 risk. MSCI is weighing whether to exclude companies with 50% plus crypto exposure, including Strategy, with a final decision due on January 15th, 2026. This move could increase selling pressure on Bitcoin. We'll see how that plays out. By the way, guys, shouts out to the greatest family ever. If you guys don't know, again, we Typically go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But today I ran behind. I know they don't do a show this late, and so I know a lot of people, and we actually put it all together. We, you know, I say we, me, put the thumbnail together at the last minute, so wasn't able to give people a heads up right away. Okay, your potential is limitless. I agree with that as well. In XRP, Ripple, all that stuff, we trust you damn straight. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. If you think XRP is too expensive, you're right. If you think it's a good price, you're right. It's your story. Doesn't matter. You don't got to debate. I learned a long time ago, and I always say this, guys. This is one of the things I always say, and I mean this with all that I am. And I'm going to say it because I know some people who hear it might be new. You know, what I love about the greatest thing about crypto, anybody can do it. The worst thing about crypto, anybody can do it. And a lot of times I see people in crypto I would never, especially in my 20-something years in business. And again, I'm not trying to act like I'm something I'm not, but I'm kind of validated in what I've done and what I do. You know, why I've been in magazines, why I've been, you know, award-winning speaker, award-winning business guy, and just so I happen to be in the XRP documentary because of some of the things that I've done from many perspectives or aspects. But, you know, there's people in this space I would never do business with. And and as a business owner, one of your biggest things is always protecting your circle, protecting your situation. And so sometimes it happens that way. Okay, let's keep it going. All right, where we at? CME just lit the fuse. The world's biggest derivatives marketplace is rolling out spot quoted XRP futures on December 15th, pending final approval. Gotta love it. The ride has been bumpy, but the destination will be worth it. I agree with that. Let's see. XRP demonstrates why it's the number one asset right now, especially here in the United States. Shouts out to my man Smoke. Smoke knows. Documentation beats conversation. The XRPL demonstrates the same atomic settlement model used in BIS project metering. What is it? Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my mods. I got quite a few mods. I don't like when people come here and just talk shit. So somebody get this extra person out of here. Ban them from the channel. I'm open for free speech, but I just don't like stupidity. So remember, this is a tight-knit family. It's my show. I don't go into other people's show talking crap. But you want to come here and be, you know, ignorant. So mods, ban them. Sayonara. See you later. All right. I'll let my mods take care of that. Where we at here? We're not convincing anyone here. Exactly. DCA Crypto Dave or whoever's in here, Nest Force, ban them. Just go and click on a name and ban them. I don't want to see them in here. Thank you. See the kind of family we got? That guy won't be part of the one car giveaway once a month for 12 months. Oh God, you got it. And that's what I always say, guys. The greatest thing about this space and the worst thing about this space is people like that. He's telling you why XRP won't work, but he's trying to shield his coin. But buy Pulse Chain. But buy this and buy that. I'm like, dude, stop it. Just stop it. And you can go buy Skunk G-String coin, but don't come in my chat talking that shit. Okay? Because we don't play that. We're Brooklyn style in here. My channel. My rules. Let's move on. Okay, where we at? XRP Bank of International Settlements. The NSL's purpose to ensure that a cross-ledger exchange either completes everywhere or absorbs everywhere. I like that. NSL neutral settlement layer. In this configuration, the XRPL functions as a what is it? Deterministic. How the hell you say that? Coordination layer similar. We must have missed that word in spelling. Layer similar to synchronization, operator description, and BIS project. Good Lord, I'm gonna get away from stuff that I'm having a hard time. Oh Lord, I need to ask my banker when I go down there and say, hey, what the hell is that word? When I think about where I came from and where I am today, God is real. That's a fact. Now, guys, this is exciting. I don't know if you guys are Rush Hour fans. I'm a Rush Hour fan. I mean, dude, I watched probably Rush Hour series no less than 4 or 5 times each. I mean, I love this series. And so now I guess they're coming out with a Rush Hour 4. This is gonna be dope. So I'm really excited for Chris Tucker because I know he's gone through some financial difficulties in his life. Have you ever heard a story about friends and family? When he was making, there's a point where this guy was making $20 million a movie, $20 million a movie. And I think what happened is he got caught up with like maybe Not paying tax, pay your taxes, guys. Pay your damn taxes. And then the other part of what he was talking about is everybody and their mother had their hands out. And he found himself trying to take care of too many people. And yeah, so guys, be careful. You can learn a lot from these celebrities. I remember some of the stories about like MC Hammer. And he was talking about he had, when he used to travel to his shows, this is when he was the hottest thing. He had cartoons and cereal on, he was like the man. He was on front of cereal boxes. And this is like when I was younger. And he was talking about when he traveled, he had 50 people with him at all times. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Everybody want to be a star. It's crazy. Crazy stories. Okay, Texas becomes first state to buy Bitcoin. I said, just following the herd with Bitcoin. Let someone say XRP. Now, that's different. Will BTC continue to kill the bullish narrative or find support back at 100K? Because remember, when it dips, we dip just like that. That's a fact. He's gone, yeah. I'm from the streets, man. I'm from Brooklyn, man. So I see, you run across, and it don't matter where you're from, but I'm just saying, like, I done seen it all. I done been. Oh man, I could tell you some stories. But that's what I love about this. I could just call one of my guys and say, "Hey guys, deuces," and he's out of here. No problem. Again, why would you come in here? Look, you've never heard me, and that's why. First of all, if you want to know, anybody ever figure out why we put out Shikaka coin, and it's so funny because here's what's funny. I don't even shill our own community coin. I don't even shill it. I talk about it every now and then. I'm really quick. I go over real quick. But when we came out with this, I want you to understand this for anybody who doesn't understand the backdrop of this, okay, of how Shikaka was born. So back when I used to do a lot of interviews on this show. Now, if you guys remember, I've been around for 8 years, and we started the show 3 years ago. I used to have so many people on my show, and we would talk about different projects, and people would bring up certain things, and I would give examples, and I didn't want to talk bad about anything that really existed. Even, I don't care what it was. It could have been like Pepe or, some of these coins were new, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And people would get offended. So I said, I'm going to just make up a damn coin. And I would say like Shikaka, meaning, people would always call them shit coin, but I didn't want to say that live. So I would say Shikaka, which is kind of the word I got when you guys remember, what was it? Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. He said Shikaka, but I wanted to change it so that it wouldn't be any, because his was like SHIT K-A-K-A, right? S-H-I-T-K-A-K. And ours was obviously S-H-A-K-A-K. But, and so the reason I would say that is because I didn't want to offend anybody's project. So instead of saying this coin and that coin, I just said, Shikaka coin. And then it was so funny as I was doing interviews, I didn't realize people were watching my other interviews and watching the things I was saying. And I would have people come on like Linda P. Jones or Metal Lawman, who's a big-time attorney, had huge practices, right? And he'd come in 6'8". I'd be like, what's up, man? He'd be like, Shikaka. And I'm like, what the hell? People started like really like saying, and there was no coin. It was just a saying. And that's when Mike O said, hey, man, we need to do something with that. And I was like, well, do what? And we went through this whole thing about what we're going to do. And I was like, man, I don't want to be showing no meme. I don't want to be this and that. And then we decided, look, we do a lot of cool things in our life. Me and Mike O have put up some money in some different things. Life has been good. Business has been good. Crypto's been even better. And, Mike is a millionaire in and out of crypto as well. And so we were like, well, and this is before Shikaka was even born. We were in my 4th movie. And, oh, my God, where's Michael? Michael, are you here? Oh, man, I wonder if I could show this clip from Michael when he was young in a movie. I got a clip of Mike in a movie. Where's Mike? Mike, can I show the clip? Is he here? Where's Mike at? And so here's what's so funny. Me and Mike were friends, have been friends for 30 years. And he never knew I invested in movies and was actually, I used to do like extra work in movies and stuff like that, commercials, sporting commercials. I was on the first episode of The District with Craig Nelson on NBC. I did a movie called The Judge, Jury, and Execution. Like there's stuff that I did, like small, low budget films. I would do extra work and bigger stuff. And so I always had and I went to film school. I went to, not film school, but I went to acting school. And so this is probably one of my passions that no one knows, and I'm not trying to bring up something, it's a whole nother damn show. But I was, in life, throughout my life, I would invest in these different movies, right? And the movie before this was Canal Street with filmmaker Ryan Lamar, who is actually here. So he came out. If you guys go to Canal Street, he worked on the Bernie Mac show and like American Idol, The Voice, one of those things. And so this is Ryan Lamar, right here. So My last film that I worked with him was on was Canal Street, a big hit. You can find it on streaming platforms now. You can see Don Benjamin, who was just in a movie Him that was in the theaters. Chris Sadu out of Canada, big time business guy. Rafer Alston, one of my old buddies, and a New York legend NBA player and all that stuff. And so me and Michael were talking. And what he was saying is, and I don't want to get too caught up in this, I'm just trying to explain to you guys about how I don't shill anything. But when I was talking about Chicago, he goes, Jay, we need to do something with that name. Let's do a meme. I said, what kind of meme? He said, a meme with standards. He said, a meme for the sophisticated investor. I said, okay, I'm with it. And so, but we wanted to tie it into, and I won't say tie it into because it's not tied into anything, in regards to what we're doing. But he's like, why don't we do something that would be advantageous for our community, and then we can utilize it to let them be part of things that we do, like, when we're doing movies and we're doing this and we're doing that, showing up to red carpet events, whatever the case may be. And look, it's a meme at the end of the day. It's supporting the community at the end of the day. But do you guys know that it was fully funded by us? We've never taken a dime out. We don't know if we ever will or when we will. I mean, years, because we don't need the money. But the point I'm trying to make is we don't shill it. And our movie's being filmed right now. The first part has already been filmed. We're waiting for the second part, and that's really up to, I don't have any control over that. Me and Mike are executive producers. You guys can go to the deal and see all the stuff about the movie and all this. This is our X page or Chicago's X page. You can see that we're mentioned in Variety. Me and Mike are two of the executive producers of the movie, two of the big investors, all that stuff. Anyhow, so the point I'm trying to make is that's how Chicago came about, because it was just a stupid saying by me, right? And then we turned it into what it is now. So, but I don't shit. Get it, I don't do that, man. I don't believe in that. So, for the it's for us, by us, for the community that wants to be a part of it, great. For anybody who doesn't, great. But we know who we are, we know what we're doing, and that's what it is. So, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about some of the stuff we're going to be doing, and movies that a movie that I wrote and some other things that we're talking about doing. So, it's all going to come later. Obviously, money gets bigger and better, and people have this space explodes. There's going to be a whole lot more doing, and we're connected to people like TR, who's in the movie industry, Bradley, who's done some big films like what he did. He did like Troy. He did Training Day with Denzel, Troy with Brad Pitt, and stuff like that. So I'm really interested and invested in that space with some of my friends, and as things continue to go up. But anyways, just I want to give you guys kind of examples. So I don't mind people talking about whatever they want to talk about. You can come in. I don't get offended when I see somebody saying Pulse coin, a skunk G-string coin, whatever. Hey, shoot your shot. Whatever it is that you're excited about, my God, brother, let me know. Just like you have a right to speak your mind. But when you come in here and you start, what messed it up for the guy who just got banned out of here, right, is when you start putting down. It's almost like saying, it's like I hold Bitcoin, right? But it's like me being a predominantly Bitcoin channel, and then you come in here just thrashing Bitcoin, right? There's some things that I agree that are weird. We don't know who Satoshi is. We this and that, all these different things. But do I hold it? Why not? Yes, why not? And so. But, we are very passionate about XRP. It's not, so is the president of the United States. He mentioned it on Truth. So, and so you got all these major people talking about this asset. You got, the Trump posted it on Truth Social. You got all these, these acquisitions, these partnerships, all the things that are in place. ETFs just dropped, #1 ETF in 2024, all these different things. And then you got a guy coming here, it's too late at $2. You're the same guy that would have said that about a $10 Bitcoin, a $50 Bitcoin, a $100 Bitcoin, a $1,000 Bitcoin. Dude, get out of here. So just for anybody who's watching us in the future, don't come in our channel doing that. There's so much room in the space that you can go in and be a hater or whatever it is that you do. But most people like that I've found in my professional life I've never met a successful hater. I've never met a successful hater. I haven't. Facts. Let's move on. All right. You asked me to borrow $1. Yeah, I'll let you borrow $1, but not one XRP, not even a drop. Don't even. That's funny as hell. I'll let you borrow $1, but I won't let you borrow a drop. You know how cheap a drop is? Damn, when you think about that, so XRP is $2.20. How cheap do you think a drop is? There's 1 million drops in one XRP, so do the math. You can't borrow a drop. Good Lord, that drop might be worth some money back in even bigger money, especially if we get to some of these prices. Okay, they tried and they keep trying, but nothing can stop Ripple and XRP. I agree with that, guys. Obviously, we know that Ripple has a national trust bank application in. XRP is on fire right now, the hottest ETF in 2025. Facts. Crypto has given us all a chance. we've always asked for. Crypto has given us all the chance we've always asked for. And this to me, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again, I think it's one of the reasons, guys, I was so excited about crypto, because there's so many people in my life that weren't 6'8", that couldn't play basketball, that didn't, when I had ideas about car lots of cell phone stores, or the Apple, it's called Apple Watch now, but when we had it was not when we had it, but we started off with the iWatch and all these different things that I've done in my life, whether it's networking, whatever it is, I've always shared things, even crypto, even crypto. And no, well, let me say this. Most opportunities in life people just couldn't do. Maybe it was, the lack of funds, the lack of belief in themselves, whatever it is. But it's one of the reasons that I love crypto, and I'm so passionate about it, because anybody can do it. I mean, you got to think about the fact that somebody could have took $100 when Bitcoin started and be worth tens of millions today. I mean, tens of millions today. If that doesn't excite you about opportunity. And so when someone comes in here and says, "Oh, just," and again, I don't want to give this guy too much light, but even if you had $100, or $1,000, and you put yourself in a position to get some whatever the asset is, because I'm not a financial advisor, whatever it is, it could be XLM, XDC, Algo, HY. There's so many of them. It could be Zabek, could be XCM, whatever you believe in, right? Whatever you believe in, Shikaka, whatever you believe in, right? And that's not a shill, but I'm just saying whatever you believe in. But to think that somebody 15 years ago, or 13, 14, 15 years ago, could have put $100 on something and made them worth tens of millions of dollars. That to me is why I fell in love with crypto, because then I knew I could turn back around to my family, to my friends, to anybody that would listen. Especially when I really figured out what it was, and the possibilities, and the fact that I do believe that it gives people the opportunity to dream again. I ran, dude. Anybody I could talk to, and then something happened. I realized it didn't matter. To some people, and in some situations, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter if it was a cell phone store, a trademark, or a car lot, or idea and opportunity, or a business, or crypto. Some people ain't gonna do it no matter what. And so then you find yourself in a position where you just get tired, and you get tired of negativity. Because look, man, it takes a lot for you to keep your own spirit up. Sometimes it takes a lot for you to keep your own belief, and drive, especially when you see stuff like the whole Gensler, Elizabeth Warren, SEC versus, the lawsuit and all those things. So it takes a lot to see past that. It takes a lot on those days that are very muddy. We always talk about, if you want to enjoy the rain, which is the benefits, you have to embrace the mud. It sometimes is not as easy as it sounds, right? Especially when you're trying to, go there, and the better you get, the simpler it becomes. The more you know, the simpler it becomes. The more you do your research, your due diligence, the easier it gets, right? Because you start understanding how it all works. You start understanding what everything is in its entirety, right? You understand why things are happening. But then to go out and take that burden by other people, or take that that I don't even want to use the word cancer, because I know it's such an ugly word, but that negativity, right, from other people. And then you get to a point where you just stop talking about it. You literally just stop. Like, I don't even talk about it to new people no more. I don't. Only thing I do is I get on my show, I get off my show, I live my life. That's it. And my circle of people, the people like Sly Fox, TR, John Singh, Maiko, and my community here, but besides my community and my personal life, I don't go talk to new people about it. It's not worth the headache. Right, because sometimes when you say something and you have the best intentions, it causes you so much headache, because sometimes you have to go back and start at zero again. It's like, man, right? So thank God for YouTube and things like that, where people can go back and learn all that stuff. So let's get so excited for the Top Gun 3. Better invest some this. Yeah, there's so many guys. XRP is not the end all be all. It's not. It's just one of many. It's one of many. Trust me, there's a lot of coins out there that are gonna change lives. That's why I said, if you give me 10,000 and give me till 2030, I'll be a multimillionaire again. Why? Because I know the answer. I know the answers, and I'm not out there trying to buy Stickum coin or Skunk G-string coin. I know the answers. Give me 10,000. Let me position myself. I'm telling you. Okay, 5 coins. That's all I need. Just 5. You can go out there, and again, I just don't. And I say 5 not to disrespect any project, because I just believe when you're trying to, it's something I read a while back, and I do believe this in everything I've done, even before in business. You can't dilute. You can't go out there and try to have 15. Maybe at some point, if you got other people, if you're leveraging your time and effort through other people, I get you can own 15 different things. If you get there, but it's old saying, when you try to master too many things, you become a master of nothing. So I just don't think, I'm not the kind of guy that would take 10,000 and try to spread it out. Yeah, let me just move on. All right. Where we at here? When the big boys show up to XRP, massive supply shock, lock in. Supply shock. Shout out to Jake Clay. Let's check it out. 2 minutes. Let's check it out.
I think all of you are going to be very surprised in the very near future about what XRP does now that we have the ETFs eating through the OTC desk and the dark pool volume. There's not a whole lot left over there.
Yep.
My guess was there was somewhere between $1 billion and maybe up to $2 billion available on the OTC and dark pools. They've already eaten through about 800 million XRP here in just the first week from that. So that's either half or almost all of what was available on the OTC desk and the dark pools. As soon as that is gone, and we're getting more ETFs, more spot ETFs for XRP are launching, and we still don't have the big dogs at the table yet. We still don't have BlackRock, and we still don't have Vanguard. We still don't have Fidelity. I think they're all coming to the table in the very near future with their spot ETFs for XRP. So that would put, if those three came online, we would have more spot ETFs than Bitcoin.
Wow.
And people are like, well, they're only going to buy off the OTC and dark pools, and we're never going to see price appreciation. Strap in because it's not going to last that much longer. We already saw some price movement today. You're going to see some crazy price movement when there's no more available supply through the OTC desk and the dark pools, and they have to go to the exchanges. We already saw a glimmer of this over there on Kraken last week, where we saw XRP at a high of $91, which registered. There's been lots of high prices in the past on BitTrue and Bitstamp, and some.
You guys seen a lot of people go, oh, XRP at this price, that price, but this one actually registered.
These other ones where people video it, but like you go back to look for it and it's not registered. This $91 registered on Kraken.com. So look out. I think a lot of people are going to be very surprised that a lot of what I've been talking about for the past 18 months is going to come to pass here.
Guys, you guys got to understand when it happens. And so when you go back and you hear those sayings like flip of the switch, it's not something, it's going to be a combination of different things. Like even when you look at Bitcoin ETFs came out, the price kind of retraced a little bit, kind of capitulated for a while. And then after several months, it exploded. And so when you look at the fact that, what does it mean when XRP is outperforming every other ETF this year? What does that mean? What it means is it's being gobbled up in mass. And like he said, 3 or 4 of the biggest players aren't even in yet. When that happens, the chain reaction from that goes back to what Brad Garlinghouse talked about when he said it's like holding a basketball in the water. When all these different things line up, there's so many different variables. As they all line up, and Ripple's doing a phenomenal job of putting everything in place. As it all lines up, and look, guys, they don't need it to pop to $10 or pop to when it all lines up, it's going to be a bang. And what that bang is, I don't know what that bang is. I'm not trying to say, it's good. And I don't mean to say not 10, 20, whatever, because those are phenomenal numbers. I'm not going to sit here and go, it's going to 1,000. I'm not one of those type of dudes. Whatever it hits is going to be greater than where it's at now. That's what I will say. But it's not going to come in baby. I don't think it's going to come in baby phases. Right now, when you say, well, what's going on? Remember, when Bitcoin ETFs drop, bit of a pullback, capitulation, price was kind of moving sideways, stagnant, very small little hiccups here and there. But the one thing that Bitcoin didn't have that we have is Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that Bitcoin had that we didn't have was Bitcoin. Bitcoin was Bitcoin. Bitcoin dictated where it wanted to go. If you've been around this space for any amount of time and you've watched every freaking time, something major has happened, whether it's to him and emails and people got bullish, Bitcoin dumps. When this Judge Annalisa Torres comes up and Bitcoin flies, XRP flies to 91 cents or something like that when she made that ruling, Bitcoin dumped. Every time something major, we came out of the government shutdown, the next morning, we got out of the government shutdown here recently, and the first ETF by Canary Capital, record-breaking ETF, launched, Bitcoin dumped. It starts moving before, it comes out, dumps. All these ETFs have been coming out. I said it the other day. I said it on my show, I said, Bitcoin starts moving first, ETFs get launched, Bitcoin dumps. And so, guys, look, the problem that we have is a problem that Bitcoin didn't have, and that is we got the almighty Bitcoin. When it dips, we dip just like that until we don't. Once we separate, and it's not going to be a decision or some of us saying, we're sick of you. It's going to be the institutional adoption and the amount of XRP that will be, because look, they're not trying to trade like we are. They're not going to buy the dip and sell the, they're utilizing this asset. So as this asset, and I'm not saying they're not going to sell down the line, but utility is different than, what drives Bitcoin. So at the end of the day, guys, our moment's going to come. It's going to happen. For people who are sitting here getting into the chat and saying things like, oh, it's going down. It's that same mindset why people did miss Bitcoin or did miss this and that or did miss any other asset, and they're probably going to miss XRP. And they'll go on to the next thing hoping, well, this looks very similar to XRP. It's called XRG. And XRG, hopefully there's not an XRG. XRG, well, if XRP did it, well, XRG, they're speculating they're going to have a deal with Bank of Skunk. And let me stop. Oh, God, it's too much fun. Just especially when you know what you know. Okay, let's move on. The Fed will cut rates again. Yeah, that's going to be big. I suspect the Fed will turn on the money printers. Yeah, I agree with that, Nes4. Shuts up, brother. This is the pullback from the ETFs, but expect a sudden rise. Yeah, for sure. I am. I am. Sam, FJ, Giorgio, is that how you say it? And the price drops. Yeah, it's all good, brother. We ain't going straight up. Nothing has. Nothing has. The only difference between us and when you guys, we're in for a hell of a ride. We're in for a hell of a ride. When you go back here and you see how this is moved, there was doubt. People doubted Bitcoin. There was doubt. There was code. There was a lot of different things but at the end of the day, what has it done? Continuously gone up. Now we go to XRP. What's the difference? Well, first of all, it was created to be better than Bitcoin every way. But what was some of the? Couldn't find any data. What do you mean? Just pull up the chart. Chart ain't pulling. What the hell's going on here? Anyways, you can't now. I can't go all. Okay, it's whatever. So the point I'm trying to make, you can't. So now I can't show the. You can't even make this up. Anyways, guys, when you look back at XRP, which I guess I can't see the all time, some of the things that have had massive retracements or the lack of upward movement is the damn lawsuit and all the things that was going on with this damn 4.8 years, 4 years and 8 months of a lawsuit. 150 million settlement, damn near 200 million in legal. All right, then we're not the same. XRP, and that's why it will do what it's going to do. Like Brad said, it's like keeping a basketball underwater. You can't make this up. Yeah, it's not about price in the short, especially in the short term. I believe fiat. It's about price in the long term. It's about the price in the sense that what it has to be in order for it to work the way it's supposed to work. So it's not about price with XRP, in my opinion, as of now. I do agree with that. I believe fiat will die eventually on it. Yeah, it's not about that now, but it is about that because it cannot be cheap. You've seen many people, including the guy who developed, right? Developed it, which is David Schwartz. It can't be cheap. For it to do what it needs to do, it can't be cheap. So essentially, it's about the price overall. But in the short term, no, it's about what's happening. And I do agree with Nesforce. Right now, it's about what's happening. What's happening. It's crazy in this. I'm gonna move on. Chicken 415 in the house. It's so funny. I keep seeing people coming to my stream, and this is how I know I'm shadow banned, because we'll end up with hundreds of views on our videos. Sometimes it could get up higher than that, but they'll never let me see more than so many viewers in here. It's crazy. And then I've had videos that were like, my biggest video was like 89,000. They pushed it back to 60. How the hell do you lose 25,000 views? How is that possible? The one with Stephen Narrows. Or how do you go from a 1.4 thousand views to 600? Some of my videos, I'm like, dude, they shut me down 3 times, and I think I do know, not believe, I do know I'm shadow banned for sure. Okay, the master plan will be revealed soon. I do agree with that. Ripple has been playing chess, not rolling dice. That's a fact. Oh, Larry Finke. What are you talking about, Larry?
Step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets.
That's a big one. That's a big one. And we know how Ripple feels about tokenization of everything. It's at the center, the forefront of exactly that.
And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger.
This is a guy that said it was battery acid. This is a guy that said it was cancer. This is a guy that said, we'll never get into Bitcoin. And all of a sudden now.
Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification.
What about an XRP ETF, Fink?
We could rid ourselves of all issues around illicit activities around bonds and stocks and digital.
Oh, gosh, you got to love it, man. You know, you got, like, I'm not the person who cares about where we're at. Because if we were where we're going, it'd already be too late. Like the guy who jumped in, it's already too late at $2. What? It's not even late at $20. If you understand, what did Joe Cat say, David Swartz? It can't be cheap. The number has to be somewhere around, what, 10,000? Maybe we hit 1,000 by 20. Whatever that number is. Because I want, you said 10, whatever that number is. $2? At the end of the day, guys, it's not about when you got in or you got in at 50 cents or $1. I mean, it is, but it's not. At the end of the day, $2 at some, and it's kind of like, you know, Bitcoin was 4 cents. Then it was like $10 and $20 and $50, $100, 500, 250. It retraced. It went up. It retraced. It went up. It retraced. Got to 1,000. Got to 10. And I don't know how many people right now felt the same way. Because let's say XRP now at $2 is the same thing as Bitcoin at $1,000, right? I mean, that's probably being a little bit ridiculous, right? But at the end of the day, most people don't understand the opportunity until the opportunity is gone. So it's so easy to sit back and jump in the chat now at $2 and say what you're saying. Will that same person come in here and say that at $20? It's never going to hit 20. They said the same damn thing about Bitcoin. They said the same damn thing about Ethereum. They said the same damn thing about Solana. They said the same damn thing about Doge. They said the same. I mean, just stop. Same thing. But you know how many times that they were talking about ADA would never make it? XLM was a joke. Stop it. Stop it. People take no responsibility for the thing they say. The things they say. Okay. Sometimes those who don't say anything speak the loudest. Ooh, I like that. BlackRock. Sometimes those who don't say anything speak the loudest. Ripple says, imagine saying nah to what would have been the most successful ETF company in history. And this is in regards to, he made this post in regards to, who did Mikkel make this post? Is it here? Oh, it doesn't exist. So this guy deleted it. Yeah, it's so funny because he must have deleted the whole post, but I saw Mikkel's response to this guy. He was saying something about how BlackRock and those guys. He was saying something like, if I remember it correctly, he deleted his post, but it said, "So if XRP is so great, why did BlackRock and all these guys said nah to it? Like basically they're not going to use it." And he's like, imagine saying nah, which is what the guy said, to what would have been the most successful ETF in company history. So yeah, it's not if but when. Ripple is being utilized across Japan for cross-border and domestic payment flows. Yes, it's documented. You can see it right here. Good thing about Smokey is always putting out documentation. You can see right here, ISO 20022 messaging standard, November 2025. So if you guys want to go check out Smoke, make sure you guys go give my man a follow. It's right here. Smoke Dog is how he spells it, at SMQOKDQG. Pretty brilliant with the little name. I like that. Make sure you guys go check out my man Smoke. Okay, Zach Rector said Bitcoiners crying at banks, Ripple engineering, sharing new job postings or for onboarding institutions. Big difference. I agree with that. Let's see. I haven't even eaten lunch yet. It's 4:50. That's crazy. That's kind of day I've been having. Uncle Bubba's in the house. Too late at $2. That's great. Yeah, come on, man. It's nuts. Miss C888 is in the house. What's up, sis? Miss C in the house. Nest Forest. Uncle Bubba's in the house. Anybody else I miss? I am Sam FJ. George is in the house. Paul Smith. Sufal. Hall's Balls. What's up, Hall's Balls? Good to see you, Hall's Balls. Hall's Ball in the house. That's my man right there. Hall's Balls. That's my brother. Marlon Goodman is in the house. What's up, Marlon? Up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. That's funny. Edward's in the house. Good to see Edward. Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, I think, oh, wait. Ivan Hernandez. Who's that? Wait, I saw somebody right now. No, oh, Ivan Hernandez. Good to see Ivan. DCA Crypto Dad. I think I got everybody. Got my family. All right, let's keep it going. This force says, oh, okay. I wish there was a way to reverse it, but YouTube does not have that option. Sorry. YouTube is a trip. Jesse Crypto. Have you heard of that CD4KI project by? No, I haven't seen it, brother. Oh, by Seed Phrase? No, I haven't seen that. I think I don't know. I've been seeing so much stuff on. All right, let's get into it. Battle tested and so much more. XRP, a battle tested blockchain. You gotta love it. Let's check it out. 17 seconds.
XRP, a battle tested blockchain, originally designed for payments use cases, but broadening to other use cases today. One of the largest and most liquid assets in crypto. I think there will be significant demand for these ETF products. XRP.
Good to see you, Halls Balls. I'm here, brother. Driving. Love you, my brother. Much love to you too, my man. Appreciate you. Be careful out there driving. Lock in. Ripple Prime, Ripple Payments, Ripple Custody, Ripple Stablecoin, powered by XRPL. Lock in. You damn straight. XRP will win because Ripple has its back, man. That's crazy. Okay, they'll say you were lucky. All you guys, you're lucky. You guys were lucky, like the guy that came here and took it. No, you're lucky because you got it earlier than $2. Come on, brother. There's gonna look for someone who saw Bitcoin at 3,500. There's a feeling. Mamba Land's in the house. There's a feeling I can't explain. Seeing it, especially when it got to 126, but even now, at 87,000, if you weren't here, you weren't here. You can't understand it. $3,500, and I was buying it 4,000, 5,000. But the point and I remember people like, I ain't buying the damn thing at 5,000. I'm buying this damn thing at 36. It used to be $1,000. It used to be $100. And it's like, bro, people will give up an organ. And I'm being funny, but not. There's people who will give up an organ right now. Somebody probably, you could take my pinky, take my damn one of my ears to let me get Bitcoin at 1,000 or 3,000. So I'm just saying, like, man, where XRP is at right now, there's going to be people look back in history and go, let's just say Dom and Easy Dom and his brother Phil are right. 1,000 by 2030, conservatively. Let's say Zach Rector said sometime in 26 it hit $20. Whoever's right. You don't think at $20, just a funky little $20, people aren't going to be. I'm going to tell you where regret's going to kick in. Regret's going to kick in when it passes Ethereum. It ain't even going to be $20. I promise you, if XRP right now did a 3x, like $6 and some change, it passes Ethereum. Right now. You can do the math. $6. So the guy who's running, $6 XRP, massive FOMO. Massive regret. The regret level is going to be so huge. People are like, oh my God, it was just $2. It's just like, if it could just drop again, when it hits $6 and change and becomes a number 2 asset, I've been saying this for years. Watch the FOMO. Watch the FOMO. God forbid, not 1,000, God, if it was $30-something right now, I think it was like 32, 33, 34, maybe 35. Do the math. Just do the damn math. Look at the market cap of XRP. Times it by 15. It puts it at like $30-something, right? What the hell? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna waste time. I did it the other day. So a $30-something XRP right now puts it in front of big. I'm talking about if something happened and it just, it's gonna move with it. Okay, anybody was around in 17? And I can't even pull it up right now because this damn stupid thing is not working. Watch this. Let me see if it's working now. Oh, okay. So go back to right here, 17. If you go back to 17, if you look at the percentage of what this thing pumped, right? Just think about it. 37,000%. I don't know if it was that, but it was crazy compared to big. It outperformed big. At one point, it was number 1. For a moment, it was number 2 already, off of and I'm not gonna say speculation, but nothing was in place. None of these things were in place. And it went up tens of thousands of percent. From cents in 17, from cents. You got to think about it. In 17, it went from zero. Guys, look at this, same year. So in February of 17, it was 0.005. It went from 0.005, right? Hold on. January, February, March, 0.006. To, what was the date? I hate trying to put my name on that thing. But basically it went from 0 to 100 real quick. So can you imagine? We're not talking about doing that big of a percentage. We're not talking about those type of percent. We're talking about a 3x from here. A year ago, just over a year ago in November, it was 50 cents. It went from 50 cents to damn near 350. That's a 7x. After Trump came into office. Still without any of these ETFs or anything else happening. I'm telling you, something big is happening, guys. And when it happens, my God, we're not talking about a 7x. If it does half of what it did when Trump came into office here recently, a 3x, it passes Ethereum. A 15x, it passes Bitcoin. I'm going to go back to my ban thing where this guy just got banned. And I'm going to pull him back up and say, hey, is $2 bad now? Oh, God, let's move on. Shouts out to my beautiful Queen Jeanette, my best friend, my baby. She's such a sweet lady, man. She's such a sweet lady. I'm so blessed and fortunate to have my wife. I will sit here and try to tell you all the things that she does, all the little nuances. I don't have to hype. I don't have to gas my wife up. We've been together too long. But I'm very blessed to have her. Let's just say that. You know, not a day that doesn't go by that she doesn't make me feel like I'm the one. And that's very important, guys. That's very important. I remember a millionaire friend of mine back in the day, Tom Wagner. You remember Tom, honey? And he was talking about, I remember asking him, I said, man, how you and your wife been together for how long? And he said, just stay in that grand opening spirit, meaning stay in that in love spirit. Stay in that in love spirit. And I'm definitely blessed, fortunate. Okay, they'll say you were lucky, but we know better. They'll say you were lucky. Huh? This is how y'all feel right now. Yes, just like the guy that came here with $2. Yes, but you were wrong. You were wrong. You look up and go, damn it. Jose was lucky as he's getting on that jet. Hall's Balls was lucky. Uncle Bubba was lucky. Nest Force was lucky. Oh, God, that's funny as hell. Lucky. Everybody lucky. What he says, stop shrinking yourself to fit places you've outgrown. That's a fact. XRP ETFs are building up. Next, boom, XRP is still going towards that $8. We're still on that channel. Stop being other people's backup plan. Whew, man, that's a fact. Cut the rates and cut the manipulation. Odds of a December rate cut surged to 80.9%, up from 42.4 last week. XRP's community is a community. Good Lord, how do I get to an hour and a half of this? I need to stop running off, guys. I'm so sorry. I be running off at the mouth, man, and I look up, it's like, damn, hour and a half already? But I love you guys. So XRP community, the XRP community is awesome. Love y'all. I love Crypto for Life family, all you guys. The best performing ETF in 2025. XRP just beat BTC, ETH, and Solana in ETF inflows. BTC right now is negative 150 million. 151 million. Ethereum is plus 97 million. Solana is plus 58 million. XRP is plus 164. Grayscale and Franklin Templeton's new XRP ETFs alone pulled in 64.4 million and 62.6 million on its debut. Shouts out. Shouts out. Telling you guys, just getting started. We don't even got the big dogs. Not the big dogs. We got big dogs, but not the big dogs. They will all soon. What am I talking about? Within a diversified digital portfolio, we view XRP as a foundational building block. Franklin Templeton's XRP-Z. Pretty excited. So there's a video of him actually saying that. Did we just become best friends? Shouts out to man Chad. He said there are net flows that these are the net flows, that sent XRP from $2.05 to $2.25 today. That was yesterday. That's a 20-cent jump or a 20 billion market cap increase. Using full supply, the total net inflow about 52 million times 20 equals 1.04 billion. XRP 225 times 20, $45 in one day. Damn. Oh God, it's happening, guys. It's just one of the things that if you don't understand, like people coming in, $2 is too much. You don't understand it. God bless you. God bless you. Just you'll get it when it flips Ethereum, just a 3x from now. And that's what's so crazy when you think about what I just said. Not a 10x. Well, when it's 50, some of these coins, man, are far away. A 3x. Just Trump being elected and the SEC getting rid of Gary's ass, we went up 7x, 50 cents to 350, damn near, give or take a couple cents. A 3x from here, with all the things that are being implemented, all the acquisition partnerships. Oh God, let me stop. I'm making myself bullish, give myself a headache. Damn it, need more coffee. But yeah, that's going to shock a lot. A lot of massive FOMO is going to kick in. Basically, the XRP ETFs are the vehicle to drive up the price for global utility and liquidity access. It all happens within months. Within months, not days. I said not years, but months. I love it. Not years, but month. Huh? Just like transactions take seconds, not days. Okay. Shouts out and much love to Donald Trump for this one. This is an old. This was in 2020. This was earlier this year. He had posted this about Shador when they jacked him up on the thing, and they said, he said, what's wrong with NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great college football player, blah, blah, blah. He was talking about his son. He's got phenomenal genes, and he really was that guy. He was just kind of speaking out about them snubbing Shador because he was projected to be number 1, number 2 in the draft. He fell to number 5. A lot of people said it's because the NFL snubbed him because of some of the things him and his dad said. And, hey, it happens, because they were trying to pick and choose what team they went to, which is exactly what not Tom Brady, but the Manning brothers, Peyton Manning and his brother Eli Manning, their father did the same thing. Hey, my son's not going here. I want him to play here and there, and it happened. But when Deion said that, all of a sudden the son got blacklisted. So Shador was great. This is Donald Trump coming out just a few days ago saying he was great win for the Browns. If you guys are interested, he'll be playing this Sunday against the Niners. So we'll see how that plays. That's a harder team. Okay, everything you want will come in time. That's a fact. Another one from Smoke says XRP ETFs see 180 million inflows, while Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs experience a 1.7 billion in outflows. Wow. You guys ever see that little bulb with the people jumping from Bitcoin to, yeah, okay, let's move on. Control your emotions and learn to you know what I just realized, guys? I was like, something's wrong. Something's missing here. You good 6'8"? We enjoy the show no matter how long. Oh, thank you, brother. But you know what I do realize we miss, huh? There ain't no show without Tails, guys. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army. We got to pause. We're almost done. Crypto Tails. Here we go. Let's do it.
This one, stack it up. Does it like it is. Got them switching gears, new Ferrari with the 10s. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, banks ain't letting money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow. I'll be better off when you selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. I'm buying when it drop, waiting for the flip flop to the tip top. While you watching TikToks on my new wristwatch, hit the Vegas crypto meter. Hello, nice to meet ya. Shower DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E in the bag, man, the next night. A moon party, so you know we had to take flight. So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? Come on. It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one, bag it up.
Greatest family on planet Earth, huh? Yeah, I know I wasn't going to forget to play Tails. Control your emotions and learn to react less. That's a fact. Soon they'll all flip super bullish on Ripple and XRP. If you guys are interested in this, make sure you guys go check it out. Because of time, I'm not going to go 2 hours, so we're going to go past a lot of this. What is this? Mickle says, I can't believe people actually fell for a shakeup before ETF launch. Couldn't be more predictable. Yeah, that's a fact. A lot of people, man. And it's so funny. It's funny because you don't think, oh, God, did I lose my spot again? You don't think, like, there's a lot of people, guys, that took off. And I don't mean like a lot, but there's some people that I saw their channel. They're like, dude, I'm done. I was like, what? got a few messages, too. I was like, damn, bro. You out of here already? Look too. Oh, God. It got down to that, like, 180 something, 190. People started freaking out. Gotta know what you hold, baby. Eric Trump, I'm not going to talk about that. Where we at? I think we're done. I think we're finally done here. Let's see. And all I'll say is this. There's more to this than people think. hardest working person, crypto on the Clarity Act. I talked about this yesterday. I'm not going to talk about it again, but which is Brad Garnhouse. So guys, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Number one is I do apologize for the late stream. Typically, again, we go live. For those of you guys who are wondering, we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But today we ran a little bit long. I haven't even eaten lunch yet, so I'm about to go try to eat like a late lunch. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being just the greatest family ever. Thank you guys for always having my back when we got weirdos and just idiotic people that jump in the stream. Thank you guys for always stepping up. So appreciate you guys. We got DCA Crypto Day, Chicken 415. We've got Jose's in the house, Big Bro 10, Nest Force. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to play the rest of that Tell song. Let me know. I'll finish it. Big Bro 10's in the house. Uncle Bubba, my beautiful queen Jeanette. We got Hall's Balls. We got Nest Force, my man Pots and Pans. Who else we got up in here? Mama Lamb's up in here. We got Jesse Crypto. If somebody wants me to finish that Tell song, let me know. I only need one. When I get back to the bottom of this, if I see it, I'll play it all the way through the rest of it. We got Miss C888's in the house. Chicken 415. Nest Force. Good to see you. I am. Sam FJ's in the house. Again, my apologies. I can only see your ad handles. Giorgio's in the house. Good to see you, my man. We got Paul Smith in the house. We got DCA Crypto Day. We got Sufal in the house. Good to see you, Sufal. We got Marlon Goodman up in here. What's up, Marlon? Marlon. I want my future generation to be able to benefit from my decisions now. Man, bars. Marlon dropping bars. I love it. You are talking about, yeah. Oh, somebody's talking about Hex, yeah. Haven't heard of Pulse in a while, yeah. Well, they got pardoned, right? The guy's named Rich or something. He got pardoned after doing all that shopping with people's money. He had some stuff going on. The SEC dropped it, just like they dropped Huck to a girl. she got like a pardon or whatever. Jeffrey Dahmer's in the house. Good to see you, brother. And again, I don't mean to rat on nobody's thing, but if I ever saw Brad with Gucci and a whole bunch of shopping bags getting into his Art Caffeine's in the house. Good to see Art Caffeine. Jeffrey Dahmer's in the house. Just saying, facts are facts. Big Bro 10. Sly Fox, that's my boy for 30 years. Edward Frolowski's in the house. Good to see Edward. T.R. Gurley, one of my other buddies for years. Years and years. Good to see my buddies in here. Silver Days XRP. We got two Bless up in here, and we know you Bless. Mike Mans. Ruru in the house. What's up, Ruru? First on the scene, my man Ruru. Thank you, 6'8". Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Jesse Crypto, can you sell old C phrases? What? All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Anybody say anything about the song? Let me see what they say, please. Oh, somebody said yes, please. Okay, here we go then. Family says it. 6'8" does it. Was it? Stratus Next is in the house. You still on, brother? Yes, I am, my brother. We're getting ready to play this Tells the rest of the way before we get up out of here. Good to see you, my brother.
Pull up in a spacecraft, them bags on us.
What?
Get into them bags, so them stacks on us.
The Strategist is in the house. I knew it was a different name, but I can only see the ad handle. The Strategist is in the house. My man, I wish they would bring back the damn name so I could see him. Accident, my phone tripping. Good to see you, brother. Big Bro 10, much love all the way through. Let's do it.
Us in a different bracks where they try to tax on us. Government some lies, but them bags blowing up. Spitting 16s, keep them bags stuffed up. Give you more game than your mainstream rap buzz. Told you get the bag, disconnect from the fuzz. Your favorite rapper clone and he can't beat trust. Move to a different code so they can't tax us. Golden passports, rocket ships like Buzz. We like years ahead of the herd, like they don't want you to get rich, but die trying. But I slid you the crypto list, so start buying. And I'll see you at the tip top when we start flying. Upgrade the shit, push a button, autopilot. Party all night, so we just keep flying.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If fear selling, then I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moving? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. This one, bag it up.
Here come the monkey.
This one,
let me get some. We looking for that Astro flip. Guacamole, I want the whole damn dip. I got my spacesuit on, yeah. I want the whole damn shit. And if you bring in any photo, bust the whole damn clip. Nah, we do our own research here. Over ledger on a t-shirt here. We in the jungle, I know. They like, monkey, how you see so clear? I did my homework, so he don't care. Yeah. Sitting on the ledger with the bag man. And I just bought Quant with my bad hand. A little Globians and XDC. And a little more XRP, we not playing. So basically we repping for the same set. Cause we was here way before the main net. Who would have thought that crypto tales would come together on a topic that we know so well? Music.
So many years and there's still no cheers. If fear's selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got 'em choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up. So many years and it's
Yeah, I do agree. I caught something here. Somebody was saying, what is that? Is our man Chicken 415 still in here? Is Chicken 415 still in here? Yeah, it says he's hidden. Yeah, we got to be careful. Copy. Okay, yeah. Is he back, or he didn't get banned, did he? Is Chicken 415 still in here? Yeah, man, I went through hell trying to get Operation Shutdown back. Oh my God, he literally, I couldn't figure it out. We had to, because I think I don't know how. Yeah, if Chicken 415, he was here earlier. If he's hidden, that means that however he got hidden, y'all gonna have to hide him. Because trust me, with Operation Shutdown, I don't know why he was gone, and he had to go start a whole new account. I spent way too much trying to help that brother out, and nothing. That's my brother, that's my man. But yeah, that's a hard one. So we got to definitely be careful. You guys can tell the ones who are idiotic in this space. Lions Daniel, good to see you, Lions Den Daniel in the house. What's up, Lions Den? Lions Den in the house. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah. Oh, he's here. Okay, thank you. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, we good. We all family. But yeah, when we get those people in here that's talking crazy, yeah, they out. And y'all can tell. I mean, I'll always let you know. Like I try to deal with as much as I can when people are talking. When you start just crapping on the community or the coin or whatever it is, yeah, it's time to go bye bye. We're small, we're intimate, we're family, and we want to make sure we keep it that way. So. We're welcome to anybody new that wants to come in. We love family. I'm one of the very few channels that recognize everybody that comes in all the time, because I know what it feels like to want to be recognized. And we obviously did that at XRP Las Vegas. Any of our family that came down was given an award in front of everybody. It was freaking amazing. XRP Las Vegas Meetup 2026 is going to be even more crazy because I got two juggernauts that are with me today. With me now. Shouts out to my man John. Shouts out to TR. So we got some big things coming, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. You guys are undoubtedly the greatest family on planet Earth. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Until next time. See Kaz. That's my man. Peace. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Yeah.